Good morning and welcome to day 2 of Project 300 Pounder. So there's something I forgot to mention yesterday. Yesterday's video is actually uploading as we speak. It's taken a long time. It's my fear that yesterday's video was a bit too long. It's about 50 something minutes. I think people will get bored with it. Too much of me waffling, I think. So tell me what you think about that. Do you think it was too long? I could have split it into 2, I guess, but yeah, let me know what you think about the length of the videos. So what I forgot to tell you about yesterday, while I was doing the coolant, I went indoors for a minute, came outside, and the engine had stopped. I thought, oh, that's strange. Went back in, went to start it, and it wouldn't start. And it hasn't started since, and I don't know why. It was running perfectly fine, and then it just seemed to stop, and now won't restart. It's almost restarting. It goes for a few seconds, or not even a few seconds, but like a second or something, and then just dies again. I did have a thought last night, how much fuel's in it? So I'm going to check that now. But yeah, I'm not sure what the problem is. I'm hoping it is the fuel, because then I can go down to the petrol station and get some. Because there's a lot of things I need to do to it today, but I need to get to stuff in the garage, and without me able to move this out of the way to get the R-bath out, I can't. So let's hope it is the fuel. But I'm going to have a look at that now. So we're in the car, and the fuel is reading 0. So I'm thinking that's probably what it is. As I say, it was running perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Fuel light is staying up, of course. It's not coming up low fuel, which is interesting. But because that's reading 0, I think that's going to be their problem. So I'll pop out later and get some fuel. I'll do what I can beforehand. It's funny that it's not saying low on fuel. It's got to be the reason. As I say, it was running for about 10 minutes while I was doing the coolant. I literally went inside for a minute or 2. Can't even remember why I went in there now. Might even to make a cup of tea. Came out, engine wasn't running. Thought, oh, that's strange. So that is peace of mind, because I was thinking, is it the fuel filter? Is it the spark plugs? Is it the HT leads? Is it the coil pack? Questions that people ask on forums all the time about, you know, I can't start my car. And then it happened to me. Never had that before. Never, on all the cars I've had, I've never had that before. So let's hope it is that. It is interesting that it's not coming up there low on fuel. Maybe that's because it's out of fuel, or maybe the other messages are just sort of taken over. So I'm assuming that it's not a faulty gauge. Probably not. My money is on the fact that it's out of petrol. So we'll give it a go later. I've got to go out a bit later, brave the coronavirus, and I'll go out with a can and get some, and then we'll give it a try, which is be a relief, because then I can get this out of the way, get the R-bath out of the way, and then get to the stuff I need to get to. So we'll do the other bits. I think the next thing I'm going to have another little go at is see if I can get the bonnet to close, and then we'll go from there. Right. So here we go. I'm going to take the bonnet off, take the bumper off. It's only held on by two screws, so I'll take that off, and then we'll see if we can figure out why the bumper's not bonnet's not closing. We'll give it a couple of little test shuts. I need to flatten those edges down actually, so I'll do that as well first. Put that out of the way. Lift that off. Right. So, right, let's flatten those edges down. Where's my hammer? Can't find my hammer now. Under there, and flatten that. So that's fine, and that's fine, just like that. That's all you actually need for that. It cracks the paint a little bit, but we'll touch that up afterwards. That's not a problem at all. Right, okay, let's figure out why. So if we close this down, we'll see where it's coming to. Seems to be in the centre. Could be these. going to take these out. See if that makes any difference. Oh, nearly. I think it's got to come up. I think the catcher's got to come up. So I'm going to try that. I'm not going to film everything, so I'm going to put it on time lapse for a minute. So I don't know if you saw my thumbs up there on time lapse, but it's shut now. I lifted the catch up as high as it would go, and now it's worked. So now what I have to hope is when I flick the switch, pull the lever to lift the bonnet up, that works. Which it does. It's a bit tight, it's not catching properly, but it is shutting. So that's good. So I may have to push those down a little bit. Flatten those out a little bit. So I won't really know properly until I get the headlights in. I'll try that again. Yeah, it doesn't line up perfect, but it never does. So that wing's got to move in a little bit. Again, a lot of this stuff I can't really do until I've got the headlights in. So put them in, take them out, put them in, take them out, so you get it right. So to do that, it's standing up a bit here as well, so it needs a bit of the main thing is, it is opening. So I'm just going to have a fiddle, and we'll come back in a second. Right, so I'm just going to test fit this. Let's get my mat on the floor, it's a bit easier on the knees. So I'm going to test fit this headlight. Now as far as I know, this wing is slightly deformed, very, very slightly. So I think there's probably going to be a gap. So I've loosened that. There's a bolt under there which allows some backwards and forwards movement on the wing. You can also loosen this one, which also allows you some movement of the wing. That's always a good adjustment, because when the accident, although the accident wasn't this side of the car, if something's been shunted that way, it can quite easily move those, and so it's a good way of allowing you a bit of movement. So we won't worry about plugging it in. This is the headlight from a different car. I'm going to use this. It's a decent one, so I might even use this one. So we'll test fit it. That's not too bad actually. There's a bit of a gap there. So I think, yeah, if I pull that end out a little bit and that end in a little bit, I reckon that'll be all right. So if we just put a bolt in this for the time being. And that one. Actually, no, now that's gone into the right position. Gap's fine. Yeah, the gap's actually fine. So I think we're gonna, I'm using the Wii again. I'm actually gonna put this in. That's a bit low. It needs to come down a smidge. That's all. We often have a problem with this one. Sometimes it's just completely out of alignment for some bizarre reason. I think this one, one's actually alright, makes a change. I'll make sure they're done up tight with a spanner. So that's actually pretty much spot on, to be honest. So no adjustment was necessary. The only thing I've got to do is, because I loosened this, I've got to do it up, and when the headlight's there it's a bit more difficult, but I'm going to test shut the bonnet again to make sure it still shuts when there's a headlight in there. Yes, and that's lined up much better as well now. It still needs moving over just a smidge, but some of that can be bonnet anyway. So that's fine, that's good. Well, let's open the bonnet again. How about sideways? Yes, actually, that's good. Do coming out a little bit in the middle there. It's always a little bit of trial and error with these to get it in the right position. So if I push this piece out just a smidgen, just that much, get that in there to lever it out a little bit. Do that bolt up. I'm going to close it again just to double check. And then we can do the one up underneath the headlight. The bonnet is still a little bit high, so that's going to need a bit of adjustment anyway, but that's fine for the time being. It's certainly fine sideways. You can hear that it's snatching a little bit on the catch, and just a little bit. So I think the bonnet will need some adjustment, maybe a little bit sideways, maybe a little bit forwards. I think it's all the way forward, so I don't think it will go forwards anymore. Right, so I need to get under there now. We'll do that one back up, which is always a bit challenging to say the least. Much easier when the headlights not in there. You can't get the spanner on it, it's really difficult to get the spanner on it. Helps when you've got an adjustable, a ratchet spanner as well, it helps if you get the spanner up the right way. I think I'm doing it the right way. It's always awkward when it's upside down. Actually, I think I'm loosening it. Let's turn it back round. That's better, it's going the right way now. That's it. Because when you've got a bolt upside down, you've got to turn the other way, haven't you? Silly me. Right, so that's that headlight in. I think I'm even going to leave that one. It's quite an old headlight, but it's quite an old car, isn't it? So I might as well use it. I don't think I've got a driver's side one. I'll check actually, I should have, because I think they were, yeah, actually I should have a driver's side one, so I'll go and have a look. I might as well do that one as well while we're here. So I can't actually find another headlight, I can only find broken ones. I'm sure I've got one, but I can't find it for the life of me, so I'll have to fix the other one. What I have found is I've got the right hand airbag, seat airbag for the Abarth, so I don't need to buy one of those. I found the knee airbag for this one, and I found a driver's airbag. It's a dual stage. Hopefully the one on the car's a dual stage. I haven't looked yet, I haven't taken the old one off, but so I got those. I know I have got all the other bits as well, but if you saw inside my parts store at the back of the garage, there's so much stuff piled up. There probably is a headlight in there, I just can't find it, so I'll have to assume for the moment I haven't got one, but that doesn't matter too much. So I found those. So what we're going to do next then, I really need to go out and get some petrol. I suppose I could start fixing the bumper actually. I'm not going to film that too much, so what I've got to do, we've got that bit there which is damaged. That's where the wheel arch liner fastens to. That's broken, so I'm going to cut that one off, and I'm going to cut off the good one from the damaged bumper, and then I'm going to plastic weld it on, and then I'm going to put that piece on as well, which I've got spare ones of, but I think the one on the car was broken anyway. Then I've got to put the grill in, put all the bits and pieces on, and then the bumper will be complete then, and then that can, apart from putting a headlight in, the bumper that can then go on, and that will pretty much finish the front of the car then, which is good. So I just got the new, or rather second-hand water bottle in. It did leak, as you can see there. The reason being, took the pump out. There was a pump already on this, which I took out and put this pump in. What I didn't realise is the rubber washer type bung thing that stops it from leaking wasn't there. So therefore it poured everywhere. So I took it out. Took the rubber bung out of the old bottle and put it in this one, and now it's fine. So that's filled up. Just trying to think what the next thing to do is. I think we're going to attack this bumper now. I think that's what I said before, wasn't it? I was just trying to get a couple of little bits done. I have still got to do this mirror, but I know I've got the mirrors somewhere in the garage, but I can't find them at the minute. So they'll have to wait for the time being. So yeah, we're going to attack the bumper now. Well, I've done as much as I can now today. I did go out and I forgot to take the petrol can with me, and I forgot to get the petrol. So yeah, I can't get this car moved today to get the old bath out, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. So everything's on the front bumper now. The only thing I'm missing is the tow eye cover. I'm not sure if the old bumper had one actually. I'll have to check. If not, I may have one. If not, I'll have to get one. I've got one DRL in. That was the one where I glued in the used Tiger Seal to glue in the mount. So that one's in. I haven't got one the other side, so I need to do a repair on the existing one. And as you know, same goes for the number plate. Same goes for the headlight. I've got the number plates, so I'm not going to bother putting them on just yet because the bumper's got to come off, turn upside down. I don't want to damage the number plate. If you're wondering why there's a cable tie on there, as you know, that always they always break those. Pointing it where I'm supposed to be pointing it. They always break. So I've Tiger sealed that on. I've just got it held in position while it goes off with the cable tie. Mirrors, I cannot find a pop mirror. I know I did have two. I may well have sold them. I don't remember selling them, but I'm blowed if I can find them in the garage. So I've actually got, we go around to the boot. I found a set of white ones. Since it's a white car, they're going to be electric, obviously. They're going to be heated, so I'd be interested to see whether the wiring is the same, because I don't think the pop has the heated mirrors. Be interesting to see whether they are, just by putting a heated mirror on, whether it works. Found all the airbags. I've got the driver's airbag, knee airbag I showed you earlier on, and that's the passenger airbag if you haven't seen one before. The horn I haven't put on because for some reason this aftermarket front panel has not got a screw hole in it, it's just got a hole, so I need to put a nut and bolt through it. So I've left that off for the time being. So you've got the headlight and the daylight running light that both need to be repaired. Again, I can't get to it to do it. That's the piece that I've cut off of the bumper, which needs to be plastic welded onto the new bumper. So I think that's it for the time being. Can't really do much else. I could give it a clean, I suppose, but I want to wait till I've got the new windscreen in to do that, really. So I think that's all we're going to do for today. So this is day 2. Obviously, I haven't done anywhere near as much today as I hoped to, but that was because I've got no petrol in it. At least I'm still assuming that's the reason it won't start. I'm pretty certain it is. I'll have to go out later and get some petrol. I'm at work now till Friday. I have a funeral on Friday, so I won't be doing anything to it Friday. May do some Saturday. If not, I'll be doing some Sunday. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed day 2, even though it was a lot shorter. Please let me know if you think that day 1 was too long. I think it was 54 minutes. I sat and watched it myself this morning on YouTube, and it seemed to go quite quick. But please let me know whether you think it's too long, whether you think I should have split that up into 2 separate videos. Yeah, I think it's possibly a bit too long, but let me know what you think. So that's it for the day. Hope you've enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 3 coming up at the end of the week.